This matters because the thallium plus 1 ion is a master impersonator of potassium, a vital element in our bodies. Our cells, machinery, especially our nerves and muscles, rely on potassium ions. Thallium sneaks in, masquerading as potassium, and that's where the trouble begins. Biologically, thallium is extremely toxic, a true wolf in sheep's clothing at a cellular level. It interferes with numerous processes, essentially throwing in a wrench at the body's biochemistry. So what happens if thallium gets into a person? Well, the effects are horrific. One notorious symptom is hair falling out in clumps. Survivors of thallium poisoning often describe waking up, finding their hair on their pillow. In fact, sudden hair loss is a classic clue for doctors to suspect thallium. Thallium also ravages through the nervous system, causing numbness, tingling, and pain in the hands and feet as nerves degenerate. Victims might start with flu-like complaints, fatigue, headache, stomach pains, which then progress to tremors, convulsions, and even paralysis. Now, because these symptoms can mimic other illnesses, thallium was historically hard to diagnose. It earned a dark reputation as the perfect poison, easy to slip into food or drink, being colorless and tasteless, and hard to detect until too late. Even a tiny dose, this metal packs a punch. A total of just 1 or 2 grams of ingested thallium can be fatal to an adult. Now, unlike quick-acting cyanide, thallium works slowly and insidiously, giving a poisoner plenty of time to cover their tracks.
Hello, everyone. Well, you know how it is in Nigeria. One day, 10 stories. Because it's not even no longer one day, 1 story in Nigeria. It's one day, 10 stories. This time, it's all about Nasir Rufai and Nuhu Ribadu. They've been taking bus. Hey, they'll be taking digs at each other, going after each other, and all of that. And so, we have this new one that is just breaking as it is hot. Now we talk and so. Nasir Rufai said, as part of my duty as a citizen, I wrote to the National Security Advisor to seek clarification on reports about the importation by his office of thallium sulfate, a very dangerous toxin. It's a matter of concern if anyone brings in any poison, more so an odorless, colorless one. So literally, Nasir Rufai is out there asking the National Security Advisor what kind of poison did he bring in? Why all that? There are reports that he brought in poison. What are these poisoning for, and all of that? The first thing first for us, is to say, why is anyone privy of the purchases by the National Security Advisor? The National Security Advisor is supposed to be a security, sort of like in intelligence security arm, sort of, coordinating our security, coordinating our different offices, checking out what's happening, protecting the country, territorial integrity of the country. The National Security Advisor Office cannot even protect itself, its information, what it's doing, talk less of them being able, to protect the nation. Just let me take a look at what this is about. The particular, this is what his message is. He said, the National Advisor Office of the National Security Advisor, 3 Arm Zone, Abuja. It is dated 30th January. This is quite interesting. Today is what? Today is February 15th now. Yeah, yesterday was Valentine, so that one I can understand. Today is February 15th. And this letter was written 30th of January. So it's not even, I thought it was an immediate letter that he had written, just now. But apparently this letter has been written since 30th of January 2026. It says, request for clarification on the procurement of thallium sulfate. And then that brings me to the conversation. Did you see that video where during the interview where Nasir Rufai was saying that they are also tapping government phone and the phone of the National Security Advisor, even though he went on to clarify and say, oh, it's not him himself, but there is no someone who did it and they brought it to his knowledge and he knows all of these things. So it was within the tapping that they were able to tap out this information. But anyway, let's look at it. He said, dear National Security Advisor, I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing as a concerned citizen to seek clarification and reassurance regarding information available to the political opposition leadership about a procurement of approximately, they even have the exact value that was procured. Hey, yep. 10 kilograms of thallium sulfate by the Office of the National Security Advisor, reportedly from a supplier in Poland. Are they thinking of poisoning us? Maybe the Hungary handshake. You've seen is it Navalny, the Russian opposition leader that was killed, and they're saying it is poison from a poisonous frog, that was found in his body and all of that. So are we going to be seeing somebody, maybe somebody going to say, hey, Aisha, I not do like this. Oh, hi. We say with the shame, me when they take picture with every, hey, I be laughing. And the next thing they just be poison. Before you know what's happening, somebody is 660, somebody is falling sick. Is that what they are planning on doing us? Hey, hey. Very, very cool. Given that thallium salts are highly toxic and highly controlled substances, I believe it is important for public safety, for democratic accountability, and for maintaining public trust to confirm the following details. 1. The intended purpose and end use of the imported thallium sulfate. 2. The supplier identity and whether the material was imported under an existing chemical or defense permit. 3. The total quantity and specific form or concentration being procured or already procured. 4. The storage and security arrangement for the material upon arrival. 5. The regulatory oversight and coordination in place with NAFDAC, NCDC, and relevant public health and environmental agencies. 6. Whether any public health risk assessment of hazard mitigation plans have been developed given the compound's extreme toxicity. I want to stress that this inquiry is made in good faith, solely to ensure that due processes, safety standards, and transparency are observed. Public confidence in the integrity of national institutions is strengthened when potential risks are openly addressed and managed. If possible, I would appreciate a response or a point of contact within your office for further engagement to reassure those of us that are Nigerian citizens in opposition. Hey, opposition! Last, all of us go dey that opposition. People forget that today you are leader in leadership, tomorrow you can be opposition. And that's is that, remember, that is supposed to keep people doing the right thing. People should not only do the right thing when they are opposition, they should also do the right thing when they are in there. That's how Nigeria will work. But like I always say, it's turn by turn Nigeria Limited. For completeness, I'm copying this correspondence to NAFDAC and the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, both of which play essential roles in chemical safety and public health preparedness. Thank you for your time, and God bless. Yours sincerely, Nasir Ahmed Rufai. And then he put his email there, he put his phone number, and he CC Director General of NAFDAC, Director General of NCDC, National Chairman African Democratic Congress, National Chairman People's Democratic Party. And you know what's funny about what's funny about the whole letter is this signature. The signature is the signature is so long, it's as tall as a human being. But anyway, these are quite serious issues, and let's see how this plays out. And you know that one of the things I always say, when you're dealing with these people, Tinubu-led illegitimate administration, APC itself and whatever, and a good number of corrupt politicians, think of any evil that is there and be sure that they can do it times something. And so, sometimes for people, oh, coalition, why are you mingling with? There are some people who know all of this evil, and they will help you tackle those evil. Let them be evilizing themselves out. Because there are certain things that you will not do because you don't want to be corrupted. Because evil corrupts. The moment you take to do it the criminal way and the evil way is always the easiest way. But it corrupts your soul and take away your moral justification for a lot of things. So let's keep watching. Thank you.